Hi, everyone. Firstly, thanks for having me here. It's an honor. And what I'm going to talk about is a little personal. It might be relevant to a few of you. Some of you might think it's a waste of time. But if some of you enjoy it, that's going to be worth my while. So give you a quick background. I was the traditional, successful corporate guy. I checked a lot of the boxes. I had a good life, big house, big car, lived in a big city. But beneath the surface, everything wasn't right. And somehow I was unhappy, because I didn't feel like my job was giving me any satisfaction. It gave me an income, but it didn't give me any joy. And the life that we were living was not the right life. I just didn't feel like it was right. Then my son started wheezing. We were living in Gurgaon, so we just packed our bags and left. And we moved to a village in the Himalayas, which is where I've been living for 3 years now. And it's been very interesting. I'm very much at home in the Himalayas. But when I moved, I was also very unemployed, because it's a professional vacuum. There's nothing to do, right? So what are you going to do? How are you going to make a living? How are you going to professionally be satisfied? So I turned to the things that I really enjoyed, the first of which is writing. I'm a published author with Penguin. So I started writing a blog about the experience, which was nice. It was a hobby. It was still not a career. So what's next? So I started digging into all my interests, and there was a lot in that box. So there's writing, there's entrepreneurship. I had run businesses before. I love to teach, and I love to write. And of course, I love the Himalayas. So you put all of that into a food processor, and out came something which is called the Himalayan Writing Retreat, where we call aspiring authors to the mountains and help them write their books. So, with that idea, we moved forward, and it's been out for about a year and a half now, and it's been doing decently well. But that wasn't the most satisfying thing about moving to the mountains. The most satisfying thing to moving to the mountains was also the most surprising. It was how it changed my sex life. Because, see, when I was 20 years old, I used to think foreplay was 4 seconds long. And when I got to the 30s, somebody told me it's actually not seconds, it's minutes. So we kind of made that switch, and then I got to my 40s, and lots of pressure, top management job, blah, blah, blah. And everything happens quarterly. But then I figured out what the actual spelling of foreplay was, and I moved to the village. And when you move to the village, you have time. You're really relaxed. It's a lot of chilled out fun and pleasure. And after 21 years of married life, I feel like I'm finally on my honeymoon. That wasn't the only good thing that happened. My blog won an award for humor, which was really satisfying. The Himalayan Writing Retreat actually became a thing. It's fairly successful. We had over 100 people come through, and that's been fabulous. We also have now started working with organizations. So we work with the Ashoka Foundation, which is an amazing bunch of people, and it's very, very satisfying to work with them. So we're helping their fellows tell their stories. But that's professional success. It's been very good. Now, on the personal side, it's been fabulous. My son, who had started wheezing in the city, is now an avid trekker. He goes for 5-day-long treks back to back. That's the life we live. It's actually incredible that they're able to live a simple life, the kind of life that many of the people in this room actually dream of, and I also dreamt of. And I actually connect with them. They recognize me now. They know who I am, and we have conversations. So that's really what I wanted to share. Is sometimes it's nice to rethink and question the default. And thank you again for all your time.